going to talk about literary devices. It's really important to be able to understand and identify literary devices because they're used all throughout written work. So let's start first with what exactly is a literary device. A literary device is a structure used by writers in their works to convey messages in a simple manner, and they help the reader appreciate, interpret, and analyze their work. So basically, a writer uses these certain techniques to kind of give their writing a little extra something. It makes it more artistic and interesting, and it helps them get their point across in a more interesting and a cooler way. So this is why it's really important for you guys to be able to identify these different literary techniques in writing. So we're just going to start with introducing 3 different literary devices. There are certainly many, many more, but today we're just going to focus on 3 of them. And we're going to start with what's called alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of words with the same consonants within a line of poetry or sentence, and it's found at the beginning of a word. So what does that even mean? It means that a writer uses a word that starts with the same letter and repeats it. For example, in what distant deeps or skies? This is from William Blake's poem The Tiger, and he's using the 2 words distant and deeps for the repetition of the D sound at the beginning of the word. So it's pretty simple. That's what alliteration is. Next, we're going to talk about what's called assonance. Assonance is the repetition of words with the same vowel sounds within a line of poetry or sentence found at the middle of the word. So similarly, just like alliteration, it's using the repetition of a certain sound from words. Only in this case, it's a vowel sound within the middle of the word. For example, has found out thy bed. Another poem from William Blake, The Sick Rose, and he's using found and out for that repetition of the ow sound with the O and U. And so that's assonance. And finally, we're going to talk about one more, consonance. Consonance is the repetition of consonant sounds within a line of poetry or sentence, and it's found at the end of the word. So a writer uses words that have the same sound at the end of the word. So it's kind of a lot like rhyming. An example from Robert Frost's poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, he gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. So shake and mistake both end in the letters A, K, E, and so there's that repetition of that ache sound. So rhyming is a really easy way to be able to identify consonants. Alright, these are just 3, like I said, literary devices, and they're very important. They're used frequently throughout poems and stories and essays, and so it's really important that you guys are able to identify them. So what we're going to do now is you guys are going to break into groups, and each group is going to receive a different piece of writing, and you guys are going to highlight any examples that you can find of these 3 literary devices: alliteration, assonance, and consonance.